Feel the magic under Keely's light. Hook in hand, we're gonna start today. Hook in love will show the way.
This tutorial is for the handbag shoulder. So this is to give you a visual of how that works. Just because I'm conscious it's probably maybe something that you haven't done before. So I have put a slip knot on and I am chaining 5 as the pattern tells you to. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. I am then wrapping around my hook 3 times. So the pattern is in UK terms and it talks about this being a triple treble, which is exactly what it is. If you use US terms, it's a double treble. Either way, we are wrapping round 3 times. So I've now got 4 loops on my hook. I'm going to go into that last chain. I'm going to yarn over and draw up a loop, which will leave me then with 5 loops on the hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At this point, I am yarning over and pulling through 2. And I'm going to complete that yarn over, pull through 2 until I finish. So I've done it once, yarn over, pull through 2. That's twice, yarn over, pull through 2. 3 times, yarn over, pull through 2, 4 times. Okay. Then I keep on repeating that. I can't remember the amount. I think it's around about 30, but you can do more and you can do less. But that will give you the length of your strap. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's do this again. Round 3 times into the chain furthest from the hook that we've made. So what we're talking about within the new section, yarn over, pull through that loop. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on my hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And you'll keep completing these until you've made as many as you need. Now what we have is this little set of ovals. You will have a much bigger set of ovals, won't you, when it actually comes to making your stitch. And then from there, we're going to then work around these ovals. So we're doing it all in the same colour, and we're doing two handles, one in your main colour and then one in whichever colour you've chosen. I had white and kingfisher on mine. And we are going to work single crochets all the way down this side and then around there and all the way back up. Okay, sorry, and that's UK doubles, US singles. So chain 1. Now, you're not having to work into the chains or into the stitches, you'll be pleased to know. You're going to just work around them. So you're going to work around just like that, go underneath the whole of the chain or stitch and pull that through. And we're going to do 7 UK doubles, US singles all the way along. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. If it feels like it's too tight, push it along a little bit, but it shouldn't do. So that's in one of them, and then we're literally going to skip into the next one to start the next set of 7. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to push those down a bit closer to each other. 6, 7. So hopefully you'll agree so far we're not overly complicated. Same number in the next one. Let's get a bit more yarn. And I'm going to carry on. So what I'm going to do is I will come back when I get to the bottom because there's a slight difference at the bottom. So I'm right at the bottom now. I've done my 7, and at this point now, I'm at this end one. I'm going to add an extra 3, and what that's going to do is it's going to give a slight sort of end, if you will, to this oval. So it's not an oval shape, it's got a slightly straight edge to it. So 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to work my way up back along here with 7 in each one. So I'll do this first one so you can see what it then looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there you go. That's what it's looking like. So nice and clean. It looks really finished, quite polished, but really quite simple, but unusual. This is one of the reasons I wanted to do this shoulder strap, because I think it's quite an unusual way of building a shoulder strap. And of course you could use this in a number of different ways, make a great headband. So I will carry on, and then I will come back and show you what it looks like when the whole thing is done, and then how to put two together. Now we have them both finished, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to weave them. So we can't just sort of like weave it through. You've got to take one and weave it through the other, and then the next one and weave it through. So you're weaving the green through the peach in this instance, and then I'm taking the coral, should I say, and going into the green. So I'm going down to, I want to keep that one there, and I'm going down to the next one, and I'm pushing that through the next, like that, and then I'm taking the green, and I'm going to push that through that one. Now can you see this is the effect that you're going to get. So then the coral is going into the next one. And then the green through the coral. It's the ends that ends up causing the most problem. Now obviously when you've got 30 this feels a little bit more troublesome. It's not difficult, it's just troublesome because you've got a lot of more material to be fighting through, haven't you? If that makes sense. And that one's going into there. And then lastly that peach is, coral should I say, is going into that one now. Okay, it's going into there, that's that last one, and that's the first one. So I'm just going to pull on those. So this is the effect that you get. So it's like a plaited effect. Which I think is really attractive. I suppose if you liked it as it was, you know, you could just do one set of loops and not intertwine them. But I do think it looks nice. It's, the only thing is just to make sure that it, just pull that one through the back of that, like that. Yeah. Now, on the bag, if you have chosen, whatever you've chosen for your base colour, I would, at this point now, so let's say my bag was coral, I would use the green end to sew the green section onto the coral section at both ends. And then when I come to join it onto the bag, I've got my coral. So when I join it on and I want to make sure that I've got a nice firm finish and that bag's not going to be going anywhere, that handle, should I say, is not going anywhere, then obviously the colour isn't going to make a massive difference to the bag finishing. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm sure it does. If not, let me know and I shall answer any questions that you have. But that is how we make the strap.